She stood up from the table, zipped her black dress with that slow, deliberate motion, and gave me a smile so sharp it could cut glass. "Dinner was cute," she said, voice dripping mockery. "Now I'm going to have some pleasure for myself." My fork froze halfway to my mouth. "You're not walking out that door," I warned. My voice was steady, but something in me already knew the truth. She turned, cold and ruthless. "Touch me, and I'll ruin your life. One call, cops will drag you out in cuffs. Try me." She slammed the door. Her perfume lingered longer than she did. And that's how our marriage ended. We'd built 12 years together, at least I thought we had. From late-night drives in my rusted car, to buying our first home, to planning anniversaries she pretended to care about. I gave her loyalty. I gave her everything. But love, when it's not mirrored back, becomes a noose. I didn't realize she'd been tightening it around my neck for years. Looking back, the cracks were there. The late meetings, the sudden silences when I walked in, the phone flipped face down. I told myself trust was stronger than doubt. But trust is a blindfold, and she walked me straight into fire. That night, after she left me with nothing but the taste of betrayal, I didn't follow her. I waited. Silence teaches more than confrontation ever does. At 2 a.m., her phone lit up on the nightstand. Careless, or arrogant, maybe both. I didn't snoop. I just watched the name on the screen. Ethan. A name I didn't know. A name that called again and again. The pieces snapped together. Business trips that weren't, sudden girls' nights, her sudden disinterest in intimacy. My anniversary dinner was a curtain drop on the play she'd been acting. Pain sharpened into clarity. I wasn't broken. I was awake. Revenge is not rage. Rage is sloppy. Revenge requires silence, patience, and precision. I started small. Passwords. She was predictable. Birthdays, our dog's name, lazy variations. Within days, I had her messages, her emails, her cloud. I didn't just find Ethan. I found all of them. A carousel of men she rotated through, while still cashing my paychecks, still smiling at family dinners. Every lie she'd ever told me was neatly documented, screenshot, cataloged. I built a file thicker than our wedding album. Then I turned to money. Quietly, I rerouted accounts, shifted assets, locked down investments under my name only. She didn't notice. Her eyes were elsewhere. By the time she did, it would be too late. I spoke to a lawyer, a shark dressed in silk. I gave her the file. Her smile told me I'd already won. All that was left was timing. 2 weeks later, she walked into the kitchen, yawning like a queen in her palace, while I sat drinking coffee. She thought she still owned me. She thought she'd scared me silent that night. She didn't know silence was my weapon. That morning, papers were served at her office, the same office where Ethan liked to visit. By noon, her inbox was flooded. My lawyer had forwarded copies of her escapades to HR, with time-stamped evidence of misconduct. By 3, her mother called me, furious and confused, demanding answers. I gave her everything. Every message, every photo. Her mother wept. Her father went quiet. Their golden daughter exposed. By 5, the locks on our house changed. She came home, jiggled her key, and found herself standing outside her own front door. I watched her through the glass as confusion turned to rage. She pounded, she screamed. I didn't move. That night, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. 156 missed calls. All from her. Once she realized the walls were closing in, she begged, she threatened, she cried, she promised she'd change. The same lips that told me dinner was cute now whispered, "Please, don't do this." But the thing about betrayal, it rots everything. Even apologies taste like poison. When we finally faced each other in court, she looked smaller. No designer dress, no sharp tongue. Just a cornered liar staring at evidence she couldn't erase. My lawyer shredded her, piece by piece. Adultery, financial negligence, character assassination, all backed by her own words. Ethan, he vanished the moment the storm hit. Cowards always do. When the gavel came down, it wasn't just a divorce decree. It was a sentence. Her reputation ruined, career in ashes, finances gutted. I walked out of that courtroom lighter than I'd felt in years. And her? She sat there, mascara running, eyes hollow, clutching papers that spelled out the cost of every lie. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. Because revenge isn't about shouting victory. It's about silence. It's about walking away while the other person drowns in the fire they set. The night she zipped that dress, she thought she was untouchable. She thought she could weaponize the law, my love, my loyalty. But she forgot who I was. I don't scream. I don't fight. I wait. I calculate. I end things quietly. And when I finally close the door, it stays closed.